as long as you keep going, you'll keep getting better. And as you get better, you gain more confidence. That alone is success. Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel. My name is Namita and today's video is all about how to speak English confidently, how you can be more confident while speaking in English. And I know that 80% of you have no problem with grammar, vocabulary, sentence formation. It is your confidence which is not allowing you to speak English fluently in front of other people. So let's talk about the English speaking confidence, which is actually the root cause of everybody who don't have English as their native language. So it is very common with everybody. Now the first thing that you have to do is that you need to develop your awareness for change. Change is inevitable. Are you ready to change? Are you willing to change? Because most of the times people start blaming English language. They start blaming that अंग्रेज बनने की क्या ज़रूरत है, हमारी mother tongue अच्छी है. Yes, of course, nothing like one's mother tongue. You can never match English with the mother tongue. If only knowing your mother tongue works for you, nothing like it. Stop working on English right now. But let's not blame a language. Has it done anything wrong to us? Let's open our eyes to the reality that it is important in these times to learn English. If you are traveling, if you have to get a job in a multinational company, if you are working in an organization which is looking for people who are good with their spoken English. So in every field you need it. If you don't need it, please don't go for it. There is no compulsion, but somewhere if you know that this is which is stopping you from becoming successful and you have to work on your English, then you have to now open yourself to change. You have to open yourself up for developing new habits. You have to open yourself up to surround yourself with English language, because right now you're surrounded with your mother tongue, people who speak your mother tongue. You have to create an atmosphere where there is more of English, and that is going to be a lot of change, and we find change very painful. Staying in the state which we are already in is easy, but stepping out to change something new is hard. Are you willing to do that? So be ready and be aware that it is going to be a lot of change in your life. English has to be done in such a way that it becomes easy for you. It should not be something very hard, and don't do it with a hatred. Don't hate the language. Do it only if you can do it with love. So be ready to change. You have to change your habits. You have to start your day with some bit of English. All across the day, start speaking English. Look at your surroundings and look at various objects that you find and put them in a sentence. Whenever you come across any new word, try to write it down in your diary. Start doing more of reading, involve reading, make reading a part of your life, end your day with gratitude and use more of English sentences, something like this. It is going to be very helpful. And once you are ready to change, now you have to admit that you need help and you have to learn new things, because if English is not your first language and if it is not coming naturally to you, so of course you have to take someone's help. And in these days, what better than a YouTube video or an English series or a movie to learn English? So it is not difficult for you to find a teacher for yourself, a trainer for yourself, or self-learning, I always say, is the best learning. So it is not at all difficult for an adult to find ways which can help them learn anything new. Now, when you know that you need to learn something new, you need help, start taking that help. Take help from books. Take help from your phone, take help from your television set, take help from your colleagues, take help from your mirror. Your mirror will help you the best. Stand in front of it and talk to the person who has become so wise and smart after facing all the challenges in the world. So you have gone through so much of pain that now nothing really bothers you. Use the mirror. It will be the biggest help. It will be the biggest tutor. It will be the biggest companion for you. So right now, you are going to step into a learning zone where you have to learn. You have to learn the sentence formation. You have to learn the vocabulary. You have to learn how to use beautiful phrases in your sentences. So learning otherwise also is a lifelong process. It is not just limited to your English. It is something which is going to happen in any which way. So start learning. The third thing you have to do is you have to step outside your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is your mother tongue. Your comfort zone is your old habits. Your comfort zone is doing the same things repetitively every day. When you have to do something new, you have to come out of that comfort zone. You have to be ready to be uncomfortable a bit, because it might be a little uncomfortable. The language is new, no one in your house is speaking, so you might feel a little daunted by it, that oh god, this is getting so uncomfortable. And that is why most of the people leave it in between. Most of the people don't complete their journey of spoken English. They leave it somewhere in between because it's uncomfortable. You don't do that. Step out of your comfort zone. Do things by going out of the way. Your commutation time, if it is half an hour, 45 minutes, use it. Put your earpods on and listen to a podcast, an English podcast. You can listen to a YouTube video like this, something which you like listening to. Again, I would say don't do it like a compulsive thing. Do it with love. So you have to find your love. Even if you're reading, you have to find something that you love to read. Even if you're watching a video, you have to find something that you love watching. Even if you're listening to a podcast, find something that you love listening to. If you are a person who is musical at soul, so why don't you listen to English music? Music has no language, but the words and the lyrics can somewhere help you learn something new. So stepping out of your comfort zone is something you cannot avoid. You have to do it no matter what. And since you have brought so much of change, since you have acquired so many new habits, since you are already coming out of your comfort zone, now the fourth thing that you have to do is start giving yourself some credit. You don't do it. Tell yourself that I am superb. I'm such an amazing person. I'm doing so much. Because people around you might not notice all the uncomfortable things that you're doing in your life, the changes that you're bringing in your routine just to become more fluent in English, but you know it. So give yourself the credit for learning new things, for everything that you are doing in one day. If you are learning a lot of new vocabulary words, give yourself credit, pat yourself on your back that you're doing something wonderful. If you've learned a new tense in a day, give yourself that credit. I have learned a new tense, and make more sentences with it. If you have finished reading one full book, give yourself a credit for completing one full book. So you give yourself credit. The people around you will not do it for you. People would not come and say that, wow, you are doing wonderfully well. People don't do it no matter how close they are to you. People only will notice your mistakes. They will keep bringing up what wrongs are you doing. They will never tell you that you are doing wonderfully well. This is a very big problem with humans, that we don't pat people on their back. We don't applaud for them easily. We don't do that for our own people. So here at the beginning of any journey, we are alone. It's a very lonely and dark place when you are into that journey. Once you reach there, then they might come and start telling about your achievements, and they will tell you that how proud they are. But in the initial state of the journey, you are all alone. So you have to give yourself credit. Don't wait for people to come and tell you. If you'll wait, again, you'll quit doing this whole English thing. So to avoid quitting, just give yourself a credit, nothing else. Okay, now the fifth thing that is a must for you is you have to stop comparisons. Focus only on your achievements, on your growth. Stop making comparisons with people. We are all stories, right? We are just managing somehow to survive every single day. Life is not easy. It is not at all easy. So if you on the top of it, like life being so difficult, you're also making comparisons, then it is very hard to get up in the morning. Stop making comparisons. A person is fluent. It is his or her own thing. They might have faced different types of challenges. They have had their own journey. It is their life story. What is your life story? Only you know your limitations. Only you know what you're going through. So there is no point making comparisons. Let people be fluent. We will always have someone who speaks better English than us. There are thousands, hundreds and crores of people who speak better English than I can. So shall I start making comparisons? If it is giving me happiness, that's sufficient. So you don't have to make comparisons. Your focus should only be on your growth, on your achievements. Every day, what new things are you doing? If you have learned some new words, that's your achievement. Focus only on that. If you are done with tenses, then that's your achievement. If you have started using more of phrases in your office while giving some presentations or in some meetings, be proud of it. The focus has to be only on yourself. It has nothing to do with other people doing better than us. Let them do better. We will always have people who will do better than us, not in just English, in other areas of life. Some people would be more rich, some people would be more resourceful, some people will have more supportive families, some people will have better conditions, some people would be living in developed countries. There is no comparison and there is no end to it. So stop comparing. Please don't do that. Now the sixth thing is, which is going to be very enlightening, and that is start visualizing your success. When you're doing so much already on your spoken English journey, you should start visualizing your success. Why are you learning English? What is the reason? If you want to clear an interview, visualize yourself sitting in front of the interviewer in your favorite company, the company that you really want to work in, and visualize yourself being successful. Visualize yourself getting that offer letter, and then see how motivated you feel to work better. If you are working on your English to give better presentations in your office, then visualize yourself using beautiful vocabulary, wonderful phrases while giving that presentation, and people looking at you with an awe and applauding for you on your presentation. Visualize your success. You are learning English because you know that it will take you somewhere and it will make you more successful. So start visualizing it. It will keep you motivated. Your visualization will keep you going every single day. So it's very important to visualize how we want to see ourselves. If you want to see yourself as a fluent English speaker, visualize it. See yourself talking to people. If nothing else, you want to travel more countries, then start seeing yourself as a person who's talking to foreigners without any hesitation. You're confident enough. Visualize yourself. Once something is printed in your vision, it is going to present itself in a reality very, very soon. You will see that happening in reality. So your vision has to create something wonderful for yourself, for the universe to create it for you in reality. Okay, now the seventh step is engage in positive self-talk. Because you're visualizing something wonderful, don't let your heart or your mind tell you that you can't speak English like many other fluent speakers. You won't be able to do that because you cannot remember vocabulary, because you cannot understand grammar, because you cannot do reading, because you cannot put in all the efforts, because you don't have time, because you have so many responsibilities, because you are mentally weak. Don't let this happen to you. Have a positive self-talk with yourself every day. Tell yourself that I have already done so much in my life. No one knows what challenges I have faced. I have come here, I have survived. This thing I'm going to do definitely. I'm going to be a fluent English speaker very soon. This is going to be a positive self-talk. You can use sentences like, I am getting better every day with my speech in English. My English language skills are improving by every passing day. I'm learning new vocabulary words and I'm being able to retain and remember them while speaking in English. My English is getting beautiful and more polished as I'm working more on it. Because of reading, my English is becoming wonderfully well. The words have started to flow out of my mouth. I'm becoming a fluent English speaker with my constant efforts and hard work. This is positive self-talk. You have to start talking to yourself in a very positive way. But mostly what happens is that we start talking to ourselves in a negative way. We keep giving ourselves a very negative feedback. Why do that? Convert that negative into positive. It is not that hard, and keep working on yourself. When you are working hard, when you are bringing so much change, why are you telling yourself all the negatives? So positive self-talk works wonderfully well. Okay, now the eighth and the last point is focus on solutions. We all know that there are numerous problems. There are many reasons behind we not being fluent in English. It can be we come from Hindi medium background or whatever your local medium was. It can be because your family members could not speak in English. It can be because your school teachers were not fluent enough. How would they help you become fluent? It can be because you are living in a rural area where there is no trend of speaking English and people make fun of those who start working on their English. So there are numerous problems. But what about solutions? The solution is that we have to work hard enough to become a fluent English speaker, and that's it. Because I know I have to get out of my rural area and get a job in a corporate, because I know I have to travel abroad or move to a different country where this is the only thing I need to do. If I won't be a fluent English speaker, I won't be able to sustain my staying there. So something like that is going to help you. Focusing on solutions is the only solution. So only focus on the solutions. Let's leave the problems behind, because problems are inevitable. Problems will always be there. Even if you'll become a fluent English speaker, you will still have more problems. So let's not focus on problems. Let's focus on solution. And the solution is that after switching off your phone, when you are done watching this video, pick up a book and start reading. Read at least 2 pages. Find the new words that are there. Write them in a notebook. Read them 4 or 5 times, make 2-3 new sentences from your side, and then see the magic happening. Sleep and then see. The morning when you wake up, you'll wake up with a lot of English in your mind. Yes, it works like that. I'm going to end this video on this positive note. Keep your motivation intact when you are on this spoken English journey. I'm always with you on this journey. Let's do it together, and let's meet in my next video. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.